Welcome back to the Junkman, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with a Saturday video. I know normally we do Monday through Friday. The weekends is kind of just to have fun and be silly and do whatever. We're going to do a silly video today, just one for fun. We're going to rank the Phantom Menace YouTubers. That's right, the Phantom Menace YouTubers. You know the ones that's always saying that movie's woke, that movie's bad, that movie's going to suck, Kathleen Kennedy got fired. And sometimes they're right, sometimes the movie does suck. Sometimes it is too woke, and other times they're just complaining to be complaining. So I thought it'd be kind of fun just to rank some of these guys here. So I got some different kind of categories. We got Q, that's the top of the list. I'm gonna rank it as Q because it's different. It's unique. They got something different to say. A lot of these channels just repeat each other. So Q is gonna be safe for someone that's got something different to say. We got can watch. This is people that I might not agree with they're saying, but they're entertaining enough and I can watch most of their video. Then we got full of it. This is a video where people are just making clickbait stuff. They're just BSing. They're just saying stuff to get people to click on it. You know, angry just to be angry. And then we got boring. These, of course, are the ones that are boring and never seen, are the ones that I've never seen before, never really watched enough to rank them, and I do watch some of these YouTubers. Now, before I get started, again, let me say this. I have to say this every time I talk about the Fandom Menace. Some of these guys I'm friendly with, I talk to, I know them. Been on a couple of their shows, and I don't really have nothing against these guys. Usually when I do a Fandom Menace video trashing the Fandom Menace, I lose some subscribers, let's just say that. And, it's not, I get the comments, man, you're making fun of people I like to watch. We're just having fun. Look, Drunk 3PO is a guy that, I talk to him a lot, and we have a lot of fun. He gives a joke, and we banter back and forth. So don't take this too seriously when I say something bad about a YouTuber you like. Because what I do like about the Phantom Menace, or most of them on this list, is they can take the joke. They don't take everything so seriously. Some of them on here do, of course, take everything too seriously. So I just want to get out of the way, because Bill's like, why are you always attacking the Fandom Menace guys? It's because they don't get all upset and they can take the joke. But here we go, the list of all lists. Are you ready? Oh, we're going to start with a doozy. We're going to start with the cock himself, Doomcock. That's right, Doomcock. You know where he's going to go. I could put him in the boring section. He is kind of boring. I'll give him that. He seems to entertain people, but he is full of it. He is full of shit. If there's a shit meter, he is at the very top. But Junkman, what about those leaks from Rise of Skywalker he got right? Reading something off Reddit and then saying, my inside sources told me, that doesn't count. He's going in the full of shit category where he belongs. I wish I could put him in boring also. Then we got Echo Base Network. I don't really count these guys as Phantom Menace. I know these guys. I've talked to these guys, had them on the show. They've been on my show, been on their show. And I really like both of these guys. Nick and Coach, really great guys. And, I even told them I don't think they're Phantom Menace, but they say they are, so I put them on the list. And I'm going to put them in the can watch. I actually thought I might put them in the queue, in the different, because they are a little different. They do, and I know a lot of these Phantom Menace guys, one of my things I have bad to say about them is they seem to be in an echo. They'll do a live stream with like 5 or 6 different people, and they all hate The Last Jedi, or they all have the same thing to say. But, okay, let's just move on. Moving the screen there. Clownfish. This is a guy that's, I could put these people in the F. I don't know much about them, but I know they said Kevin Smith's gonna make Tila a lesbian because He-Man is woke. It's not the He-Man show, it's the Tila show. And then I watched the show and it was nothing like they kept saying it was gonna be. And then they went on this whole crusade on Twitter. Look, I'm Clownfish, I was right. And they named themselves after a clownfish. That right there needs to take them down. That right there should put them in the never seen section. I don't like their name. I don't like their logo. And what I have seen them, I find extremely boring. Extremely. And I could have put them in the full of shit. But I only know that Kevin Smith stuff when it comes to the full of shit, which is pretty full of shit. But we're going to put them in the boring. Then we got the Jeremy of all Jeremys. There's a lot of Jeremys on this list. Something about Phantom Menace attracts people named Jeremy. But we got Geek the Gamer Kid himself. I should have put a category was like the queen of Phantom Menace, because he is the Phantom Menace Yaz queen. Whatever he makes a video on, if he calls something, if he says he doesn't like the new Lord of the Rings, 90% of these people's not going to like the new Lord of the Rings, because, hey, Geek the Gamer Kid said it. But he really does it. He kind of has a unique thing to say, because he usually starts this, starts the stuff and then everybody repeats what he says. I can't watch him if the topic's good. I wouldn't put him full of shit. I wouldn't put him as boring. But I need something in between. I should have put something in between can watch. Because when it comes to watch, I'm going to put him in the can watch. I am going to put him in the can. I can watch it. Again, it depends on the topics. I so over the topic just drives me crazy. Like these next guys, world-class bullshitters. Now, for a long time, I thought this was a Phantom Menace parody account. I said, this ain't real. You know what these guys did? They went to Toys Us. Toys Us, a company going out of business. They went to a company going out of business to show, look, no one's buying Star Wars toys. And it's true, Star Wars toy sales were down. But you don't go to a dying company and say, look, nobody's buying Star Wars toys anymore. See how many they got on the shelf? Toys are overpriced. No one's buying there. They're going out of business. Didn't make any sense. And they're always going into like a discount store, finding Star Wars stuff on the shelf, filming it. And if you look to the corner, you can see Marvel stuff. Not selling either, but they're like, oh, Marvel's great. MCU, yeah, MCU is great. But you have one thing of Star Wars on the shelf that doesn't sell, and it means, I don't understand the people that think just because a toy doesn't sell, that means people don't like the movie. There's a lot of toy lines that failed and people love the movie. Indiana Jones, every time they've done a toy line for an Indiana Jones movie, it's failed. People like Indiana Jones. Again, there's Marvel stuff on clearance. Doesn't mean people don't like the Marvel movies. Now, I'll admit the Star Wars sequel stuff didn't sell that great, but I don't know if they overproduced it like they did with the Phantom Menace stuff. That stuff sold really well, but there was tons of it out there on clearance because they just made too much of it. And maybe that could be the case for a lot of the Star Wars. I'm not really sure. I would put them in but they're not a parody count. I thought they were for a long time. I'm not going to put them in there. I'm going to put them in the full of shit category. I got bullshit in the title. They have to go there. Could have been boring. Now we got this girl here, and let me check my cheat sheet. I have to write down some of these names. I wasn't sure. I believe this one is called Mecha Random 42. Is that who that is right there? Oh, Mindless Entertainment. I'm sorry. I think her name. Let me see. I think her name is Mindless Entertainment. That's Mindless Entertainment. Now I never really watched her on her own. I've seen her on other live streams. If you don't know, she's what talks kind of like this right here. She's kind of like Ralph on Green Acres. If you know what I'm talking about. I've never really interacted with her. Never really watched her stuff. Other than she's been on other channels. And be honest with you, I've seen her play Mario Kart, I think, and stuff. What I've seen, I'm gonna put her in the boring section. Sorry about that, but nothing against her personally. Might be a nice person and everything, but from what I've seen, hey, she probably finds my videos boring also. And then we got Drunk 3PO. That's right, the guy that would tell you in less than 3.5 seconds that he knows Gina Carano. It doesn't take long. It's like, hey, what's your name? Hey, my name's Jay. I know Gina Carano. You want to see me on a picture of it? Doesn't take long. He'll let you know that. Great guy, though. We have a lot of fun. We cut up. He jokes. He gets my jokes. I get his jokes. We have a good time. He keeps saying I'm going to come on his live stream. He never puts me on there. I guess because I might say I like The Last Jedi. Or Kathleen Kennedy's not going to be fired. So he probably doesn't want me on there. Or Geek the Gamer Kid probably is like, hey, you can't have the controversial Junkman on there. But I can put him in the can watch. I will put him in the can watch.
And go ahead and clip it and make one of those stupid little videos on Twitter that nobody watches, and then say whatever you want about me and the Geeks and Gamers Kid, because that seems like all you got left.
Then we got Ryan. I can't remember how you say his name. Keeglin or something like that. I call him Ryan Keebler. I know that's not his name, but I like to just give people's name when I don't remember. Ryan Keebler. I like this guy too. I haven't talked to him in a while, but we used to talk back and forth. I would pop into his live streams, troll him a little bit, but he would always take a joke with it, like Junk 3PO, and he was a really good guy. Seems like a nice, decent guy right there.
You cannot take Junkman seriously on Twitter.
I know, holy crap, people.
If you do, yeah,
he's already won. If you take him seriously, you've won.
And that puts us at Nerdrotic. Now I have some good and bad to say. If many of you watch my videos know, I watched Nerdrotic. I really liked his Star Trek Picard reviews when he was doing it. And then he didn't want to give money to Disney to go Celebration, so I gave him a free pass. Something happened, he couldn't go. And I said, well, just send me my pass back so I can collect it, as a collector's item, because it was a media pass. It took forever to get back. He lost it, and had to make a video asking him because he wouldn't answer my emails, and then he sent me some money to replace it, which he didn't have to. He spent more than it was worth, so great guy for that. But then someone asked him what he thought about me, and he's like, I never heard of Junkman. Come on, dude. We beat him before. We've talked before. It just seemed really odd to me. Trying to act like he didn't know who I was, scratch. Who's Junkman?
Samurai Vader, what are your thoughts on that Star Wars Junkman guy? Star Wars Junkman guy.
So that hit me the wrong way after we went through all that. But I still watch him. If he's doing mostly Star Trek stuff, maybe it's because I don't like Star Trek, so it's a bias. Well, I don't like Picard. I really hated Picard, so I watched his Orville review, and he liked Orville. It was very odd though that Strange New Worlds came out, the Star Trek show, and it was a very good Star Trek show compared to what Star Trek's been doing. And he talks about Discovery, he talks about Picard, and he seemed to skip over something when it was starting to pick up and be better. So that kind of let me down right there. But I can watch him. Even if we had that history where I tried to help him out. And then at one point, he was going to give me a shout out. That's my whole point. I was like, give me a shout out. That's all I want. I'll give you a free pass. Give me a shout out. Never got my shout out. Took me for it. Didn't get my badge back. I did get about $300, which he didn't have to do. That's way over the top. Even told him he didn't have to do it. All I wanted was my badge back, or to say, hey, I lost it. Just to answer my email. He wouldn't answer my DMs or my emails, and then to go and act like he didn't know who I was. Just kind of bothered me. I don't know. But no hard feelings. I still watch him. No hard feelings. Check him out. I think he's probably one of the best of the Phantom Menace. And then we have, I believe this is... Now, see, I don't know if this is Krista Nova. Is that how you say? Krista Nova? I think that's how you say her name. Or that Star Wars girl. For the longest time, I thought these were the same people. I would see this girl on Geeks and Gamers Mario stream or something, and I would think it was that Star Wars girl. And I can't really tell them apart. I don't really know enough about them. I wouldn't say they were full of it from what I've seen. God, I should have really put another category in here. Because I wouldn't put them in the can watch. I wouldn't put them in the full shit, but I don't know if I could say I would put them in the very... Be honest with you, if I came across their video, I probably wouldn't watch. I'll put them in the boring section. I don't think they have anything unique or different to offer. I could be wrong. Like I said, I've only seen them in a limited number. And then we got another Jeremy, the Quarterling, however you say his name. I'll be honest, I watch this guy probably more than any of them. He's always on my recommended feed. He always pops up. And he does a lot of clickbait titles, and he gets me, I guess. He's always telling me somebody's regretting something, or, somebody, revenge. It's always regret, big regret, or revealed, or something that always clicks me. But I don't know why he wears big headphones like a lot of these guys do. I can't understand it. He's not listening to any audio or nothing. He's just wearing these big round headphones. Like, they make little things go in your ear now. You don't need these big old headphones. And that bothers me, but I can watch it. I like watching it. I'll be honest. Again, if it's a topic, I can watch it. Then we got Star Wars Theory. I don't know if this guy should be here. I don't really count him as Phantom Menace, but a lot of you, I was asking you guys out there, who do you consider a Phantom Menace channel? And this guy kept coming up. I don't really know much about him. I think he skews to a younger Star Wars demographic than I do. I have more of the original. I'm more into the original stuff, the original trilogy. And I think he skews more Clone Wars cartoons, maybe prequel era, people that grew up with the prequels. I've seen him a little bit. I've never really sat down and watched him, but so I can't really put him in the. Be honest, what I've seen, I found it kind of boring. To be honest with you, sorry, Star Wars Theory. Nothing against you. Again, I think it's just that you're on a different scale. You're on a different wavelength when it comes to Star Wars. You're more younger crowd, and I'm more old school. Could be wrong about that from what I've seen. Then we got Mike Zero. We know where Mike Zero's going. Going in the bowl of shit. He is full of shit. He's just right there at the top of the toilet bowl lid with Doomcock. I'm going to put him under Doomcock. Because at least Mike Zero, you kind of know going into it by the titles. This is kind of goofy. It's almost like a parody. This is a joke. It's kind of like the Onion of Star Wars news sites. But Doomcock tries to sell it as insiders and everything. And I think Mike Zero everybody kind of gets. So that's why I would put him a little above that. And then we got that Star Wars girl. I'm going to put her in boring because I get her and this other girl mixed up. They look just alike. You might tell me in the comment section they're the same person. Maybe. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell the difference. I put them both up on Google and they look like the exact same person to me. And I watched a little bit of that Star Wars girl. I know I've watched some of her videos. Didn't really have anything new to say. It was just the same old, the talking points they all say. It was nothing original there. And then we've got My Nerdy Home. Now, I know that, I'll be honest, I've seen her videos, hadn't really sat down and watched a lot of her videos, but I do talk to her on Twitter. So I'm going to put this in my Twitter world because I like her. I do like her. We disagree a lot. She's really into the novels, the old EU, and I'm not into that, but we talk. She'll say something I disagree with, bashing on the new movies or something I don't agree with, and she'll reply back to me. She'll fight. She'll argue with me. She won't ban me. She won't block me. She won't get all upset like some of these others. So I'm going to put her in the can watch section. Check out my nerdy home. And then we got this dominatrix lady who I've only seen on the Geeks and Gamer Kids channel. I believe her name is Mega Random 442. Is that who this is? I think that's who that is. I'm sorry if it's not. I'm gonna put her in the never seen section. I've seen her play. I think I've seen her on some live streams, Geeks the Gamers, but like twice. I don't know enough to say. I know her. I think her whole gimmick's dominatrix. She's got a whip, like a whip. Oh, she's gonna spank you if that movie's too woke. Oh, she's gonna spank you if you like The Last Jedi. I just don't get that theme. And then we got Young Ripper 59. Now I've seen this guy before also, but I've never really sat down enough to really rank him right there. And then we have Comic Artist Pro, who tried to make fun of me in a video. I don't know how you can make fun of me. He did a funny accent for me, but
yeah. Sorry, Ryan Johnson haters. It's still on, says Star Wars Junkman. Star Wars Junkman. Star Wars punk ass.
So I have nothing against them. I've watched a couple of them, but usually when I watch it seems like they're going a little long, and at the beginning I kind of get the gist of the video, so I'm going to put him in the boring section. And then we got one that wants to be part of the Phantom Menace. It's not really, I don't think, part of the Phantom Menace. I think he's trying to start his own Phantom Menace, more of a toy community Phantom Menace. I think he saw a lot of these guys taking off and views and everything, and thought, hey, if I'm angry about toy companies, hey, these guys are mad about, Marvel and Lucasfilm and Disney, and hey, if I'm mad about Hasbro, Mattel, I can be like the Phantom Menace of toy community. And to complain about, oh, they shouldn't retro. Why they spend their time on retro stuff when they need to be looking into the future? I don't know, just always complaining. Anybody watch my channel knows that. Always complaining.
He's attacked this community 3 times, and that's my phone.
And I'm going to put him in the full of shit category. I think he's full of shit. I think he's just one of those guys that's going to find something to be angry about when there's nothing to be angry about. Hell, he probably don't even like those retro-looking Marvel figures they've done that everybody loves. Just the fact that everybody loves them, he probably is going to make a video about how he hates them. So let's go through this list one more time and see if we can move anybody up to the category of being unique and different. I am going to move Echo Bass up there. I'm not Echo Bass, guys. I'm going to move you because you do have different voices on there, and you have, it's 2 of you, and y'all kind of do go back and forth about what you like, what you don't like. So I'm going to put you up there. Can Watch, on the beginning of the Can Watch, I'm going to put the quarreling first. I know that's probably going to upset some of you guys, but his videos are kind of short and to the point, although he does those cringy sketches at the beginning. I always have to skip over those. Ooh. And then I will put Nerdrotic next. I'm gonna move Geek the Gamer. I'll come back to that. I'm gonna base my nerdy home more on Twitter. I like her Twitter stuff, even though I hardly ever agree with her. So I'm gonna move her over there. Drunk 3PO does some kind of silly stuff. He wears costumes, so I'm gonna put him there. And then we'll put Ryan Keebler right there in the end, and Geek the Gamer Kid. I was gonna move him down to boring, because if it's not a good topic, I can't really. Geek the Gamer Kid, I'm gonna drop you down to boring. Sorry. We got full of shit. Who's the most full of shit? Doomcock. I'm gonna put Mike Zero second. Again, I think it's more of a parody. And then we got world class bullshitters, is always angry about silly stuff. And then we got the toy wannabe Phantom Menace channel right there. And in the boring section, who can I lead the boring section with? Let's go. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna move Star Wars Theory over there. So from what I've seen, again, I don't like Clone Wars. I never got into Clone Wars and stuff. So if he talks about that, that's boring to me. Clownfish, leave him right there. That girl right there with the raspy voice, I can't think of her name right there. I think her name's, what's her name? I got her name written. Paul Mall 47. I'm gonna put her right there. These 2 girls are too much alike. They're not unique. They're not gonna go. I think we'll leave them right. I'll put I'll put Geek the Gamer Kids the least boring and leave it right. Let's spoon with these clownfish guys. They just seem like they like to start trouble. There we go. And then we got the Never Seen, and I got to move them around. So, Echo Base, you done it. Maybe I'm biased because I am friendly with these guys. I know these guys, met them up in Nashville, and one of them is a big vintage toy collector, and he's been on the channel, so maybe I am kind of biased about that. But that's a look at ranking the Fandom Menace channels. That was a lot of fun. Let me know how you rank them, and you can go to the link in the description and rank all my ranking videos. So check it out. You can rank them yourself. Take a screenshot. Show me how you ranked them. I always like to see. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. As always, stop watching all my content. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.